If you think that cars are not for chicks, the woman I'm gonna talk about today will upset your given ideas. Born in 1886 in Hamilton, Canada, Florence Lawrence is the youngest of 6 kids. Her father, George, is a carriage builder, and her mother, Lotta, is a stage actress. And if the name Lotta Lawrence sounds familiar to you, it's just because it's the alias of Charlotte Bridgewood. At the age of 3, Florence makes her first appearance on stage, encouraged by her mother, who runs the Lawrence Dramatic Company. The young girl sings and performs dance routines, and when she can learn lines of dialogue, she starts to play with Lotta's theater group. Her early start in show business gives her the nickname of Baby Flo, the Child Wonder. In 1898, after George Bridgewood's death, Lotta moves with the kids in Buffalo, New York. This travel is the beginning of a new life for the children, who don't play with the Lawrence Dramatic Company anymore. And at the age of 12, Florence goes to school for the very first time. The young girl comes back on stage after she graduates and moves to New York with her mother again in 1906. The very same year, Florence appears in a movie thanks to her writing skills, and in 1907 she makes 38 movies for the Vitagraph studio. As she can't get a role on Broadway, Lawrence keeps working in movies and does pretty well during 10 years. Florence Lawrence is hired by the American Mutoscope and Biograph Company and gets the nickname of Biograph Girl. Because even if Florence made about 300 movies, the audience doesn't know her name because the actors in silent films are not put in the credits. In 1910, Carl Laemmle, the director of Independent Moving Picture, recruits Florence and makes a buzz, printing in newspapers that she died in an accident. A public appearance of the young woman in St. Louis reveals the trickery and makes her name famous in the USA. And this is the birth of the star system. The destiny of the first movie star is broken in 1915 when Florence is badly injured during a fire on a set. After several painful and expensive years of recovery, Lawrence tries to come back in Hollywood in 1921 but fails. She runs a cosmetic shop specialized in makeup for the movie industry with her second husband, but fails again. After her third divorce, Florence Lawrence, alone and broke, takes her life away in 1938, drinking a mix of cough syrup and hand poison. What does it have to do with cars? Let's get back in 1907. At Biograph, Florence plays in 2 movies a week, being paid $500 each, so she quickly has enough money to buy a car, a luxury item at that time, especially for a woman. Lawrence is fan of cars and learns everything she can about them, seeing them as almost human. Florence realizes that the safety is an issue and that progresses have to be done. In 1914, she designs 2 clever devices. The first one is a stop sign that pops up in the rear of the car when the driver pushes the brake pedal. The second one is a set of arms, moved by buttons, that show the changing direction of the vehicle. Florence Lawrence is the inventor of the turn sign. She doesn't get a patent and tries to sell her inventions using the Bridgewood Manufacturing Company created by her mother to produce the electrical wipers. Business is not doing well, and the tragic destiny of Florence is on its way. Buick will put turn signs on its vehicles, but only in 1939. Florence Lawrence is not the only woman who had a real passion for cars. I already talked about Mary Anderson or Charlotte Bridgewood, but I could also name Bertha Benz, Sophie Opel, the Duchess of Uzes, Dorothy Levitt, Sonia Delaunay-Turk, or Christine Klein. Because, as Florence said, there are as many women driving cars as men, and infinitely better drivers they make too.